Excellent matchup. Mack Brown's team, though, has struggled defensively over the last month of the season, allowing more than 500 yards of offense per game. First quarter, Texas leading 7-0, scored in their first possession. Dimitri Nance making his first start, loses the ball. Texas recovers. That's good if you like Bevo. Take another look. Just rip it out of there. Kids going down, gone. Nance drops it before the knee comes down. Texas defense, they like that better. Ensuing Longhorns possession. They insert John Childs, and thank goodness somebody's still teaching option football down there in Texas. Childs on the keeper, it's good. Texas leads 14-0. Ensuing Arizona State possession, Rudy Carpenter. Now, he wanted a piece of the horns. Here, he got the horn. That's not the piece you want there. Intercepted by Marcus Griffin. Texas defense again coming up big. Horns, the ball, Jamal Charles. He's extra speedy here. He's shedding Sparky tacklers. Texas 300 yards rushing in this game. Texas leads 21-10. Now, including the first quarter Thursday, Arizona State outscored 142-50 in the first quarter of the season, so no panic. They're used to coming from behind. Second quarter, this is the goofy, 3rd and 11. Carpenter. Hit from behind, ball comes out. Several players from both teams, including those that might not be essential personnel, going after that one. Eventually, Texas recovers, takes the ball to the Arizona State 45-yard line, right? Officials are going to huddle up, review the play. Was it a forward pass? Was it a lateral? And meanwhile, Mack Brown steps on Chris Jesse. You see him? That's right there. You shouldn't. Where's the get-back coach? They say he touches it. That's going to be bad, and then the referee's going to have to straighten this all out for us.
The ruling on the field has been reversed. While the ball was loose during a backward pass, a member of the coaching staff of Texas touched the ball. By rule, this is an unsportsmanlike act. Therefore, since the ball was loose on a backward pass, we're going to go to the previous spot, which was the 14-yard line. It'll be half the distance to the goal.
Mack Brown cannot believe it. He's Dale Royal's kid, I promise. Never saw him before. Arizona State retains possession on 4th and 3. Rudy Carpenter, there you go, to Chris McGahey for the touchdown. Arizona State trailed 28-10 at the half, and the boy, well, clearly he's devastated by that. Third quarter, Sparky trailing by 15 now. Carpenter downfield, and again, pass tip, intercepted. There's Griffin. So 2 TD passes, 2 picks for Rudy Carpenter. Texas defense strong in San Diego. Later in the third, Colt McCoy showing the elusiveness. Threw it well, but here he's just going to run. And off he goes. He's trying to cement the 7th straight 10-win season for Texas, and he's got it until he lets the ball go. It's in the end zone. Nate Jones is going to recover for Texas. Take another look here. You're going to see Arizona State 5 chances to recover the fumble. Texas, Chris Jesse's not around, so the Longhorn players are actually going to have to get on this thing if it's going to work. And eventually, yes, it goes to Bevo. Texas wins 52-34. Afterwards, as you might expect, a touchy-feely.
Over Michigan State in the Champs Sports Bowl, and Boston College has its first 11-win season since 1940 and extends the nation's longest bowl winning streak to 8. Matt Ryan and company down to the Spartans, who struck first. They got 1st and goal. Ryan finds John Lloyd for the touchdown, and BC ties it up at 7 in the second quarter. Ryan, he's going to go for the deep pass. And he's going to find Rich Gunnell for the touchdown. Ryan said they wanted to take some chances against their corners. That worked out. 14-7 Boston College. 14-10 now. Ryan picked off by Eric Gordon. The only pick of the night for Ryan. But on the next play, Brian Hoyer. And he's going to get picked off, so they give it right back. Jamie Silva, 2nd pick of the game, 8th of the season, tied for FBS lead in the third quarter. It's 14-13. Ryan to Gunnell again. Can't find him. Flag on the play. Deep ball didn't work out there, but BC gets a field goal after the pass interference call mid-4th. Ryan again deep to Rich Gunnell. And that's another score for them. 24-13, Boston College. Under 7 to play. Can't get rid of the ball, and Matt Ryan in some trouble taking down. Ball loose. Spartans recover. So Michigan State on the 14. And Hoyer. A little scramble. And eventually he's going to find Deion Curry for the 14-yard score. 2-point conversion good, 24-21. Under 5 to play. Hoyer, he's going to go deep. And he's going to find Devin Thomas. Question is, does Thomas stay on the line? The refs say no. Under 3 to go. Ryan can't get his hands on the snap. He falls on it. Almost a break for the Spartans. And then with the Spartans here, Hoyer looking to move the ball upfield. Picked by Paul Anderson. And the Eagles escape with this win, 24-21.
As seen on ESPN Friday night, these highlights: Maryland, Oregon State, AT&T Park, the Emerald Bowl. Ralph Friedgen's Terps looking for their fourth straight bowl win. But did you know Maryland had played only one of its more than 1,100 games in the state of California, and that was a loss to UCLA back in 1954. Got to get going out there. First quarter, Chris Turner. Darius Hayward-Bay, 63 yards, 14-7 Maryland. And Beaver Nation trailing in its first game against the ACC since 1942. But look at this guy. Second quarter, Evenson Bernard takes it, and he ran for $177. It's 14 apiece. Bernard again in the third. He finished his career as the Pac-10 sixth all-time rusher. Down to the 7 before they finally get him. Second and goal. Coughs it up, though. But James Rogers is there to recover for the Beavers' touchdown. His second of the game. He also ran for 115 yards. Heads up play in the end zone, and Oregon State wins 21-14. Their fourth straight bowl win. Maryland finishes its season with 5 losses.
TCU and Houston in the Texas Bowl. Houston has lost their last 7 bowl games. Last win was 1980, the Garden State Bowl. Trying to snap the streak under interim head coach Chris Thurman. Third quarter tied at 10. Andy Dalton. He's going to go left, and he's going to get drilled. Somehow gets the pass off to Jimmy Young, who leaps. Ruled no catch, but on further review, he is inbound. So the call overturned. Drive still alive now in the fourth quarter, and first and goal. Justin Watts, who had scored exactly 1 touchdown in his career at TCU, and he's in for his second. TCU up 17-10. He said it was like hitting a home run. Just under $1:30 left. Houston on their own 2-yard line. They're down 7. Case Keenum looking at Donnie Avery, and Avery able to pick up the first down.
Can anybody tackle?
Oh. Eventually. Keenum was sacked 5 times in this game, but Keenum with another nice completion to Avery, who had another nice move and gets out of bounds to stop the clock. 14 ticks left. Keenum's pass just out of the reach of Jerron Harvey. And just how out of reach was it? It was that close. So now 1 second left in this one. And Keenum, this time he's hit. Game over. TCU wins, and it's the 8th straight bowl loss for Houston.
Season rolls on. It's the Meineke Car Care Bowl with spokesman George Foreman in the house. It's Connecticut taking on Wake Forest. First quarter was scoreless. UConn on the punt return, and check out 5'6" Larry Taylor. He's on the move. He's got some room to run. 68 yards to the house. And the Huskies are up 10-0 at the break. But you know what? Somebody woke up the Demon Deacons at halftime as Wake Forest explodes for 24 unanswered in half number 2. Riley Skinner, John Trzynski, 21 yards touchdown. Skinner 267 through the air. Forget Wake Forest. The Demon Deacons get their first bowl win since 2002, 24-10 your final. It's Penn State taking on Texas. Nittany Lions playing their 500th game since Joe Paterno became head coach 41 years ago. First quarter, A&M already up 7-0. Handoff goes to Mike Goodson, cuts back, and he's in the house. 16 yards, touchdown. And A&M's up 14-0. Second quarter, Penn State trying to rally. Darrell Clark fakes the handoff, dives into the end zone. Touchdown. Joe Pond not happy with Clark. Penn State, though, up 17-14 at the break. In the third quarter, we're tied at 17. Check it out. Evan Royster, Mike Lucian, the great lead block. And Royster follows the block up the middle, 38 yards, touchdown. Nittany Lions rush for 270 Saturday night. And Stephen McGee, option falls short, and Jaworski Lane is bumming as the Nittany Lions win.
AutoZone Liberty Bowl, Central Florida against Mississippi State. That's Central Florida running back Kevin Smith, 2,448 yards rushing. Only Barry Sanders had more in a single season. First quarter, here's Kevin Smith, looking good. 10-yard pop there. Then how about 16 off the left side, because you know it's the best side. He rushed for 200 yards plus 5 different times this season, so he can tote the rock. Here he's got 15 yards. That led to a field goal. 77 yards in the first half for Smith. Third quarter, Smith gets the first down, but State's Bulldog defense very stingy and disciplined against Smith. Finished with 119 yards rushing, 61 shy of Sanders. We're still tied at 3 in the fourth quarter. Kyle Israel intercepted by Keith Fitzhugh, 4 interceptions by Israel. That sets up this. Anthony Dixon, Bulldogs going to win 10-3. Lowest scoring Liberty Bowl since 1979.